And the question is can you lose weight on the carnivore diet by eating as much meat as you want? So I'm just asking this in general. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking a website, but I'm going to get to a point here about a specific website and a specific doctor that is an expert in this. And I would like the answer because I don't know. When I explained in 2 videos before about calories, and I had a little diagram, a little cartoon with a guy that was packing gas cans on the top. Go check out that video over here. Of course, some hardcore carnivore people jumped in, one in particular, and got angry, had all kinds of stuff to say about how I was wrong. Calories are wrong. You don't have to count calories. He challenged me to go eat as much as you want, and I'm like, all right. Either this is the person that owns a website that's doing this, or they are actually just repeating some bull that they heard elsewhere. So I'm like, where would they hear this? It makes no sense to me, but whatever. I don't know that much about it. Let's go find out. And I came across the website that I have been promoting for all my videos, which initially got me started on carnivore. Dr. Ken Berry's YouTube page. And I'm like, am I wrong? Can I eat anything that I want and just continue to lose weight? I don't believe so. The very, very first 30 days was a drastic transformation. I started off at 223 pounds. Go ahead and look at these pictures. And then by day 12, I had dropped down to 216 pounds, which I attribute a lot to water weight. By day 22, I was at 210 pounds. And then by day 32, I was at 206 pounds. And everything was working perfect. Day 33, nothing moved past that point. I went on for another month and nothing happened. I lost no additional weight. It's just stagnant. And I'm like, something's got to give. Why am I not losing weight? And I'm like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut back on the amount of food that I'm eating. Lo and behold, this is what happens. The weight starts falling off again and again and again. And I slowly reduce the amount of food. Call it whatever you want. Reduction in calories, whatever mumbo jumbo you want to put on it. I started eating less. I'm down to 192 pounds and I want to get down to a certain body fat percentage. Yes, the carnivore diet makes you more full, but you could easily, in my opinion, overeat. I went to Dr. Berry's YouTube channel and of course I typed in his thoughts on counting calories and I came up with one title, and there's many on there. But this one was Counting Calories is Dumb, the Science of Fat Loss. That had me intrigued. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. You go check out his video, give him the views like he needs. He's got like 2.6 million followers. I'm not knocking the carnivore diet. I'm not knocking him. If you could explain this to me. He says that the beauty of a proper human diet is that you don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to calorie restrict, and you don't have portion control. You can eat human appropriate food that is nutritious and delicious, and you can eat it until you are comfortably stuffed. When you're full, stop eating and you don't eat again until you are truly hungry again. So inside that paragraph, what he says in the back part of that video is you don't have to count calories as long as you're on the appropriate human diet. You could just stuff yourself. And then when you're hungry again, you could stuff yourself again. And by doing so, you don't have to count calories. You don't have to do none of that stuff. It'll all just work out and you will lose weight. I'm assuming that the commenter in my video that came in when I said, hey, you probably need to reduce your calories or food intake, whatever you want to call it, to reduce weight, which is something I had to do on the carnivore diet to continue to drop weight because I hit that plateau. I think they quoted maybe this video or some other video as being a fact. I mean, this is a fact. This doctor is saying this. He's saying in here, you could eat as long as it's the steak and the meat, you could eat as much as you want until you're stuffed, and then as soon as you're hungry again, do it again. And you just continue, and you're going to be lean. So let's pretend that's true. Let's pretend that's true, and I'm just stupid, and I don't know anything else. If that is the case, why on his same YouTube channel does he have numerous topics on what? Intermittent fasting. However you want to describe intermittent fasting, it's basically skipping a meal. When I skip a meal, I've reduced calories, or let's not say that evil word, I've reduced the amount of food I'm eating, and thus I will lose weight. On his other videos, and there's one called The 7 Science-Backed Benefits of Intermittent Fasting. And the first benefit that he described, the very first benefit, drum roll, is your body weight will be decreased. Honestly, why the heck, whatever you want to call it, would you need to do intermittent fasting? Why do you need to starve yourself and cut out food? Why do you need to do that if the carnivore diet that you're promoting says that you could eat as much meat as you want until you're stuffed over and over again? Why do you then need to do intermittent fasting? I said in a previous video that every workout plan that I've ever seen, somewhere in the fine print, it says, and for this to be effective, you have to have a healthy diet. And if it doesn't, and there's a video, go check this video out. And if it doesn't, they will tell you in about 2 or 3 years, oh, by the way, you needed to diet. Because another comment on there was like, I've reduced, I'm no longer diabetic, and my knees don't hurt anymore. So my question is was that because you're eating meat? Or is that because you lost a ton of weight and you're not fat anymore? The same results, you're diabetic, that probably would have went away had you lost a bunch of weight. Your knees are probably not hurting anymore because you're not carrying as much weight. Now, I'm not saying that reducing food out of your diet that causes inflammation and causes disease and stuff like that isn't beneficial. I'm just saying I don't know if it's the cure-all. I mean, you're not going to walk into the emergency room with a bone sticking out and somebody goes, well, let's put a cast on. No, let's use the carnivore diet. It's not going to solve everything. That's kind of a stupid thing. Is it the meat that's causing all of these benefits, or is it just merely weight loss? And so if you got down to a healthy weight, would you get a lot of these benefits as well? Please put it in the comments. To date, I have not lost my migraines. They're as bad as ever. I'm still taking Emgality shots. I still take rizatriptan. I take numerous amounts of Tylenol, migraine, everything, because my VA doctor, I won't go into that, but let's just say I'm not happy. And I take Zofran when I feel like throwing up, and I got numb hands and feet, and I got numb face, and I can't feel my feet. I actually broke my foot last October surfing. Didn't even know it because I couldn't feel my feet. Anyway, carnivore hasn't cleared up any of that. But because I lost a lot of weight, it cleared up a lot of other stuff. There's another statement in there that Weight Watchers is not effective. If you're going to quote something like that, like 98% of all Weight Watchers people have failed, and I would say hundreds of thousands of people pulled from that sample because they've been around forever. Where's your data about the amount of people that have stuck with the carnivore diet? Okay, you can't say, hey, there's a study of 155 people. It's not equal. It's not apples to apples. It hasn't been around long enough. So when you're knocking something else, that's fine. But where is your long-term data and what is the percentage? Because I will tell you, I have been through a ton of comments on different carnivore websites, and I will usually find one or two where people are like, well, it was great for the first few months and I couldn't stick with it. I don't see that that's a lot different than the Weight Watchers story. I'm not saying that the carnivore diet is not effective if you stick with it. Is Weight Watchers effective if you actually followed it 100%? I don't know. Okay, that's just devil's advocate. Put that in the comments. Listen, if you're a moron, don't put anything in the comments. Just read, okay? I don't want to hear dumb comments about stuff. Please like, share, and more importantly, anything else, hit the subscribe button because I need more subscribers. I call it the YouTube algorithm. That's my term. I coined it, the algorithm. That's like their algorithm, but you get it. You get it. Could the same diet, like if you just took I'm only eating ice cream, this one thing, and you happen to be allergic to other stuff, and you only ate the ice cream diet in a small amount, would the effects be the same? I don't know. Kind of crazy question. It's the way my mind thinks. overall, I want to know what you think. Please subscribe. I want you to go and push the algorithm up because that boosts my exposure. And yes, of course, I coined the phrase. So if somebody wants to license it from me for $20 million, I would love that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And thank you for joining me on this journey. Once again, not knocking the carnivore diet, just asking some questions of how it works. Not knocking you, Dr. Barry, at all. I would love for your input. I know I only got 364 subscribers and I'm a nobody, but that's okay. That's how everyone starts. Thank you so much, and I will see you next video.